And without further ado and procrastinating, we're going to check out Assassin's Creed. Now, this is by Masterassassin, and this is Assassin's Creed Mirage is a make or break for the Assassin's Creed franchise. I want to preface this video with, I love Assassin's Creed. I played 1, 2, 3, Black Flag, I believe, was 4, and then I skipped a whole bunch. And I didn't come back to the franchise until Assassin's Creed, the tail end of Origin. And a couple of my buddies brought me into that game, and I played it for a little while on a friend's, I think it was PS4. Yeah, on my friend's PS4. And then I went all in on Odyssey, which was, story-wise, was okay. I didn't like the fact that there wasn't assassins in it. Yeah, we're choking hard on YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. Please bear with me. I played Odyssey a lot, like a lot. And then Valhalla came out, and I was super excited for Valhalla. I really wanted Vikings to be a really cool game, and it really wasn't. No, it's YouTube, JT. My internet is going full bore. I'm 1,000 up and 900 down. I don't know what's going on. It's got to be YouTube. So I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I'm trying here. I'm checking everything. I got all my I's dotted and my T's crossed as far as internet wise. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But anyways, let's get into what Masterassassin has to say about the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Alright, so this is likely going to be my last video on Mirage before it releases, barring any crazy news.
I believe it's due out in October, mid-October.
Build up to the game and the importance Mirage as a single title holds for the entire franchise. Not to be melodramatic here, but there's a lot riding on this game for a lot of people. Now obviously everybody has their different opinions, expectations, and wants when it comes to Assassin's Creed. There are some people who have been very happy with where the series has gone recently with the RPG trilogy and everything, while others are feeling the complete opposite. Somewhere in the middle, you know how it is.
I'm more in the middle.
The AC community has been pretty divided in the past few years. I'd say more so than it ever has. At first, I think most people were happy with the direction the series was headed back when Origins first came out. Even fans of the old games, including me, really enjoyed Origins and its fresh take on the series. Then came Odyssey, and that divided people quite a bit, and then Valhalla, which
I'm gonna stop him here. Origin I liked. I didn't play all of it. I was playing it over on a friend's Xbox or I think it was PlayStation, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't get too deep into it. You know, I'd say maybe like 10 15 hours in total I played it, you know, just when, I mean, this was a long time ago, and I mean, it was okay. But I really I liked Odyssey, mostly because I like Greek mythology, Roman.
From wishing Ubisoft would go back to the roots and make a more classic style.
We're having all kinds of problems. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but OBS says no frame rate drop, no stuttering. It's YouTube. I don't understand what's going on with YouTube right now. I'm checking everything, and my internet's fine. OBS is fine. It's YouTube that's having the problem. So I'm sorry, guys.
Of Assassin's Creed game. And so with Mirage promising to be that game, so many of those older fans are coming back to the series to give it one
I hope
shot
it's good.
Mirage. I have been covering this.
Here's my thing though. If it's on PlayStation 5, I'm not getting it. I'm not buying a PlayStation 5 for one game. I'm not doing it. But I really hope that this game is a good mix of the old and the new Assassin's Creed. I don't want a whole bunch of people to be alienated like they have been as of recently. It's not That's not fun. So hopefully they can do that.
This game on my channel ever since the very first leak about
Man,
there
it looks
being a more
beautiful.
traditionally styled Assassin's Creed game following BASM called Codename Rift. I think I literally titled that video, Ubisoft Finally Listens. Man, even before that, I was talking about wanting BASM to get his own standalone Assassin's Creed game.
BASM
The other
is pretty
possibility,
cool.
which I prefer, is that the game takes place before Valhalla, with a younger BASM becoming a hidden one and mentor and leading the assassins. And I have said from the very beginning, I am cautiously optimistic about this
Valhalla
game,
was
which
so
I think
stiff and
echoes a
stale.
lot of
I'm
what
sorry,
people in the
guys.
community have been feeling. Not everybody, of course. It's literally impossible, especially with Assassin's Creed, to please everybody, but that's been the general consensus I've gotten from the community and a lot of those old fans. And I know for quite a few of those old fans, they have been at the breaking point with this series. If they don't like
I mean, one of the big things that really turned me off about Valhalla was like once you got one of every weapon, so if you got the sword, the daggers, the axe, you know, whatever, all the final kills were all the same for everything. And like, so if you got one kind of axe versus another kind of axe, it was all the same finishers over and over again. Same with the dagger. You got one dagger, you got all the finishers. And I really didn't like that. There was no variation. Another thing I didn't like about it, the combat seemed really, really stiff and rigid. The storyline, in my opinion, was only meh. And then lastly, and the thing that I really didn't like at all, is in Odyssey, and I went back and replayed Black Flag in between Odyssey and Valhalla. We had these amazing ship-to-ship fights, right? Valhalla, you're Vikings. You would assume you would be doing a lot of stuff in your ships. You did next to nothing in your ships. It was quite ridiculous. I really did not like it. So, and you know, I played it just to finish it because my wife bought it for me for, you know, Christmas or whatever it was when it came out. And I just kind of wanted to finish it so that way she didn't feel like she wasted $70 on me for that Christmas or whatever it was. But I really did not enjoy Valhalla.
Mirage, they aren't coming back. A lot of them may never touch an Assassin's Creed game again. That's
I really
simple
liked
truth. And that's
Assassin's
why I say
Creed 3.
Mirage is make or break. And I think a lot of the future of this series rides on the success of Mirage. Because as of right now, we know of no other Assassin's Creed game currently in development that promises to be a return to roots like Mirage. Now, as we've speculated, maybe if Mirage does well, Ubisoft Bordeaux gets more resources and time to make another similarly styled game, but they get to go even further with it. A lot of people want better parkour or something more in line with Unity. Maybe with the chance, Bordeaux can make that true return to roots game. Because while they are calling Mirage a return to roots, it's still not a full return, obviously. It's still gonna have
gonna be an RPG
mechanics and assets
like a
from
lot
Valhalla and Origins. If you're expecting something like Unity or the Ezio trilogy, you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. That's not what Mirage is. Mirage is taking the gameplay loop and formula of Origins and Valhalla, tweaking it a bit, adding some classic elements like the throwing knives, for example, designing the game around those core principles by encouraging stealth and parkour, and putting it in a denser look.
That's another thing. Like, there was almost no stealth and like blending mechanics or any of that stuff in Valhalla, and it was really, really disappointing. Yeah, you could stealth sorta, but not like the older games, and not even like Odyssey.
Progression is going to be more linear and story-based, and there aren't going to be the choices in the main story. Mirage is not going to completely reinvent the wheel. It may not be that old AC game of your dreams, but I know for me personally, I am fine with what Mirage is going to be. I really like Origins. If you watched my newest video on it, you'd know that. I love old Assassin's Creed. Blend some of those ideas together, I'm okay with that. I don't need this to be the ultimate culmination of old called Assassin's Creed, and I don't expect it to be. Some may not be okay with that, and they are thoroughly disappointed by what Mirage is. And if that's you, fair enough, it's not going to be the game for you then. But I know for those of us who have just wanted Assassin's Creed to at
I hope
least
this is
feel
good.
like
I don't know what your
Assassin's
guys'
Creed
thought
again,
on this,
I'm
but I really hope
pretty
this is
confident
good.
what Mirage is offering will give me that. A lot of this has to do with expectations, right? And after seeing all this gameplay, hearing countless opinions,
It
hearing
looks
the game
good.
be described, and
It
how
does.
Ubisoft Bordeaux has gone about marketing it, I honestly think I will like this game. I don't think it will be the best Assassin's Creed game ever or some kind of masterpiece, and I'm not expecting it to be, and that's fine. I don't need it to be. I just want a more traditional style AC game I can enjoy. If Mirage delivers that, I am satisfied. Some people won't be, but that's just the way
City
of the
Escape
world.
looks
And
cool.
if Mirage is that, I hope the game does well, because then that shows Ubisoft inconclusive proof that this is the kind of game players want going forward, which then hopefully we can get a game in the future that builds on Mirage and maybe gets us even closer to that true return to roots. But bringing this back to the overall topic of the video, there is a lot of pressure on this game.
Oh, I think so
a game
as well.
That was originally supposed to be a DLC and is being made by a relatively new studio that has never developed their own standalone title before, and on top of that, they only had a little over 2 years to do it, suddenly now has all this pressure and weight on it. Not even just for those old fans or for the future of the series, but even Ubisoft as a whole, who I'm sure is banking on Mirage to break this near 2-year dry spell of major releases. Not to mention, it's almost been 3 years since Valhalla was released. We are in the longest gap of time without a new Assassin's Creed game in the franchise's history. So that
Really?
adds even more
That I did not
importance
know.
to the success of Mirage. It's make or break, now or never for a lot of people. Again, barring anything insane happens, which you never know, this will probably be my last video on Mirage until I've actually played.
Yeah, he said inconclusive truth because there's two major camps when it comes to the player base. Some really, really, really like the new, like, RPG-ish Assassin's Creed, and others want it to go back to the way it used to be. So it's very divisive in the AC community. Hopefully, this is what everybody wants. And you're never going to make everybody happy, but I really did not like Valhalla. Odyssey, I liked it, but it didn't feel like Assassin's Creed. But I was a big fan of 1, 2, 3, Black Flag, and then, like I said, I skipped a bunch of the other ones. So, I can't really compare it to all the other games that I didn't play. So, my AC knowledge is limited into those 6 games. Origins was okay, but I didn't play a lot of it.
Played the game. I have no idea if I'm gonna get to play it early. Ubisoft didn't invite me last time, so I don't know. I would like to, so I can have my thoughts on it out for you guys early, but we'll see. If I don't,
Those
I'll try to
masks
get a
look
video
cool, the
up
Persian
as soon as I can.
gods
We're
masks.
about a week away from the release anyway. But as always, let me know where your current expectations are for Assassin's Creed Mirage, and if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and considered subscribing to the channel if you're new. A special thank you to my
There you guys go. That's Masterassassin, and I'll leave him a like just because I like the Assassin's Creed stuff. I mean, I'm a fan. I like the lore. I like the whole assassins versus the Templars. It's always been a really good mix of history and mythology. So I've always appreciated that from Assassin's Creed. So Masterassassin, he seems to be the I'm not sure if he's the go-to guy, but he looks like he covers a lot of Assassin's Creed stuff. So, hopefully the fan base gets what they want. Hopefully they get what they want.